So let me tell you this. In conclusion, inshallah ta'ala, I will take you backstage. Behind where the Imam is standing. What is life and what is Ramadan like for the Imam who has to lead the Taraweeh and has to complete the Quran in Ramadan time? Okay? I've noticed this because a lot of people who don't lead the prayer in Ramadan time, they are like goofing off in Ramadan. They're just playing games and just using excuses, and then such valuable time passes. So let's start from Fajr. The Imam who is leading the Taraweeh has to do what after Fajr? Okay, has to do Khatira. That's if he's leading. I'm talking about like later on he's going to be leading Taraweeh late at night. Okay, he has to prepare a lecture maybe after Fajr, a 5-minute like reminder. So that means that he has to go and read it. I don't do that, but I don't know. The Imam has to read Quran after Fajr. That's number one. Step number one, he's reviewing Quran for later on at night. What happens in the masjid is that Fajr time goes, Assalamu alaikum, and people are like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. Sleeping time. The day has begun. Time to sleep. The Imam doesn't sleep. The Imam has he has one juz or more, he has to review Quran. So the Imam is sitting there reviewing Quran. Most of the people, if not everyone, has left the masjid. And the Imam is still sitting there reviewing Quran. So then we go through the day, the Imam is doing what? What's the intention of his nap? Or gathering the strength. What's the intention? To have strength to lead the Taraweeh later on at night. Other people might be running around doing things, and come Taraweeh time, they're knocked out, they're tired. The Imam knows that at Taraweeh time, there is no room to be tired. You just can't fall asleep in the middle of your salah, right? Yeah, like leading the prayer and then it doesn't happen. You have to be in prime condition. So the Imam has to, all throughout the day, keep in mind that later on at night, he has to be in full concentration and full strength to lead the prayer. And if you're not leading the prayer, you start getting a glimpse of how the day is spent there. Then in the afternoon, the Imam is doing what again? He's doing what? Is reviewing Quran again. Reviewing, can you listen to me? I'm reviewing, make sure my Quran is, up to par. Make sure that, I've taken out the mistakes and so on and corrected them. And so the afternoon, again, other people might be in the shopping center, the mall, and wasting their day. The Imam again is back and spending time with the Quran. And then there's different ways. Some Imams might do more reading and some might do less based on, their experience and so on. Then iftari time comes. Where is the Imam? Is he at dinner parties running around town and so on? Is he? You guys are like, yeah, I know an Imam. For the majority, the Imam can't go to dinner parties that are in distant places. Because if he goes to those places, there's no time to get into the front line to get back to the masjid in time for Taraweeh. Everybody else says, oh, you can't make it, we feel bad. We have to go because we were invited. It's 45 minutes out of town, but that's okay because we were invited. Even though there's no more Taraweeh for us, and you know it. You're going 45 minutes out of town for a dinner party, and you know you're not going to make it back for Taraweeh. But the Imam can't make it there. He already has that in mind, that the Taraweeh has priority. So the Imam, if there is a dinner party, it's kept to a minimum. And like I said, Ramadan, the focus is on feeding people, not eating. The focus is on feeding, learning sadaqah, having in the masjid, inviting people, the needy people and so on and so forth, and feeding them. So the Imam is there in the masjid, usually like 10 minutes before the salah, so no one's getting nervous. The Imam's there early. There is a few people who are in the masjid at that time. And they're usually the seniors of the community, just a couple of them. This is what I've noticed. There's a group of senior people in every community that act like the Imam throughout Ramadan, even though they haven't memorized the Quran. They are always in the front line. They never miss Taraweeh. And they're always there. They have that same attitude, but there's such few people like that. The Imam starts leading the prayer. What happened in iftar? The Imam can't eat a large meal. Why? What will happen if he eats a large meal in Taraweeh? What will happen? He will die. Yes, he will die. all the oil and so on will come up into his neck and he'll vomit. You can't pray and read verses and breathe in and out after eating a heavy meal. It's not possible. I'm telling you, the Imam will die if he does that. And that's why the Imam, they're not doing it out of willpower. They're like, I will die if I eat more than this. What does everybody else do at the iftaris? Oh, too bad. Oh, we're just going to do a jama'ah here in the house. We can't make it because the tea's still coming. And, inshallah, we'll catch up, in the fourth rak'ah tarawih or something like that. And they don't make it, they pray at the back and so on and so forth. And so the Imam, like I said, will die. So the Imam has to eat very little in order to survive the tarawih. Same thing with you. You want to survive the tarawih, you've got to eat very little. Then after tarawih, what has to happen? Either the person's reviewing for the next day, or they take a little break, right? Spend time with family, so on and so forth, and then go to sleep. And then the next day begins. There's a cycle that goes in Ramadan time. It's like the person gets in the mode with the Quran. And whether you've memorized the Quran or not, I wish the same for you. I wish that Ramadan time can come, a month of discipline, a month of ibadah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that you can come out of Ramadan time and have 10 juz memorized. Why not? Why can't you do it? 10 juz memorized in Ramadan time. There's stories of people, they memorize the whole Quran in Ramadan. Every day memorizing 1 juz. Every day doing that. And if you look at the Imams and how they review, they have to rememorize so many things. And they're, how much barakah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places in it. You have to make the intention from now to benefit from Ramadan time. Otherwise, you're the example of the person who comes to the airport and when they say, what's your goal for this Ramadan? Where are you flying to? And you say, I never really thought about it. I never really determined that. And so you'll go nowhere. And Ramadan time will come and you'll probably forget it. Unless you make intention from now to take full advantage of the Ramadan. I gave you a glimpse of what life is like in Ramadan time for the Imam, and I hope inshallah ta'ala you'll extract from that lessons inshallah ta'ala so that you too can make your Ramadan schedule that is prime, that has priority over anything else inshallah ta'ala throughout Ramadan. Jazakumullah khairan, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.